couldn't get that thing together. How's everybody doing? Let's try to click this, get this thing going here. How's everybody doing tonight? Try that. There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay, I can see everybody now. How you doing, everybody? Lead Farmer 73 here. I'm coming in here because it's kind of a check-in. How was everybody doing? What's going on, J3GS Purple Lady? Let me see. Is my Wi-Fi tripping? I kind of spent out for a little minute. I burned some rubber. Okay. J3GS, Katina Brooks, Cheryl the Gardening Artist, Blessed 2, Natalie. What's going on, man? Everyday Life of OCD is Chick. What's going on, Dave Busby, Marcy Griffin, Earth Angel, Delgado 747, Angie Blackman, May L. Simmons. How y'all doing tonight? It's late, and I said before I go to bed, hey, Wanda, Louisiana Style, Superman's Underground Garden, Dancy, Maria, John Chilson, Cynthia Fed. How you doing? Thank you for that. Everyday Life of the OCD is Chick. What's going on? Myra McLean, how you doing, my sister? It's good to see you here. How did I do that? Okay. It's good to see everybody in here tonight. I'm really here asking questions. And I want to show you something that I did a short video of, but I said I wanted to. Video is tripping. It's real fuzzy. Am I tripping? Is the video really, really fuzzy? There you go. I don't know what. Let me see something. Let me try to close out some apps. I ain't got none open. I don't have any open. Very clear, all clear. Okay, maybe my computer is tripping. Okay. All right. Well, what I'm doing, you guys, I'm coming in and I'm checking in to make sure everybody is okay, because the weather, the alerts won't stop. Matter of fact, African Dreaming in the house. What's going on, my brother and sister? No, that's weird because my Wi-Fi is showing some craziness. Anyway, you guys, making sure everybody is good. Is everybody, how many people are dealing with this weather right now? I'm here to make sure everybody is good. Say it's not fuzzy. It got to be mine. I ain't gonna worry about it. I'm here to make sure everybody is good. Everybody that's going through this weather. Before I go to bed tonight, we are having, it's so cold. It's so cold. I literally got my heater going. That's the Buddy Heater Flex with the stove top on it. I got my electric heater running off of the EcoFlow. But I wanted to show you guys something, a little hackerino. All right. I wanted to touch on something. Said, who was that? Said, we live in a tent. The cold weather is tough right now. Okay. And we will be doing because we got survival camp coming up on the 2nd of next month. And this weather is tripping. So me and Lady Led we're going to come in here and do a video and touch on survival camp. Until we get to survival camp, here we are. Is that propane. Never seen a stovetop one. Yes, I got everything that I'm talking about down in the description box below. You can click on the link and go check it out, okay? Hey, Crafty Mom. Say we are under tornado warning for Osceola County. Good God. Say my buddy heater flex tripped and what? Tripped and stopped. I got a tip for you. I know why the buddy heater. I know why all the buddy heaters have that hiccup, and that's why we here today. That buddy, how many people got a buddy heater, and they have a hard time getting it started? Say, yeah, it's tough using an electric heater and a buddy heater. Yeah, it's bad. The weather, it's. I think it's 30 something degrees outside right now, and it's only 842 here. That's insane. I live in South Carolina. Say, Crafty Mom, one of my biggest fears is getting caught in a tornado. Really, that's not one of my biggest fears. We are Jody Sincere. Hey Jody, what's going on, my sister? She say Jody says they under a tornado warning for New Orleans. That's the T-Nogs, the New Orleans Gardener daughter, Jody Sincere. They are under a tornado warning. The winds are about to pick up here at 9 o'clock, and I can hear it outside slowly picking up a little bit at a time. But I went out there because I got a package, and it said a little bit. It's kicking up dust out there. So I can't even imagine what it's going to be like by morning. By morning, I think they was like 40, 50 mile an hour winds and rain, 97%. California Mojave Gardener said, I'm using house heat with room heater and mattress heater at the same time. Wow. You know something? I'm trying not to use too much of my furnace. Here's the reason we're here. Before I go off, okay? If you do not have your emergency, listen, I know it's late. But if you don't have any emergency essentials right now, if you don't have propane, if you don't have a wood burning stove, if you don't have all of that stuff, electric heaters, do you have all of your solar power generators charged up? Do you have all those? Listen, we've been talking about this for years, y'all. Do you have all those electric blankets that I've been talking about? Water heaters? Do you have a propane grill or wood burning stove so you can... Listen, power is going to be going out in different places, not just from the storms, but the wind. I'm not even going to go with the tornado. The wind alone, says Jody Sincere says, emergency essentials most definitely in place over this way. I know y'all ready. Jody. Yeah, right now, I invested in something and I wanted to tell you guys about it. Led, check out I don't like the heater hog. Not at all, to be honest with you. I checked it out. I don't care for it. Hey, Pieces of April. How you doing, my sister? Wait, let me get back. I need to see something. Hold on, y'all. There you go. How can, they done changed everything, man. They done changed everything on this YouTube game. Boy, you can't do nothing. They made it so you can't do nothing. All right, I'll deal with that later. But make sure all of your essentials is ready. Say propane water heaters. I wouldn't waste water. I wouldn't waste propane on trying to heat water. Not by having a propane water heater. I just wouldn't. I got one out on Freedom Acres. I don't even use it. It's just easier to use a propane stove and just heat you up a little bit of water at a time. Instead of heating up a whole bunch of water, Broke farmer in the house. What's going on, man? Or use wood. Use wood first. Use all your wood, as much wood as you possibly can, then switch to your propane, and then switch to your solar. Your solar is last ditch effort. And before I get off, I'm gonna give y'all a link to these solar panels that's on sale. Okay, if you got a solar power generator, African Dreaming. If you got a solar power generator, African Dreaming. If you got a solar power generator and you gonna need panels, I got the hookup. I got the hookup for you. Okay, but be ready. Now, somebody just commented today and said they had a oh, they bought the 100 pound. I always mix this up and be saying gallons and pounds. They bought the 100 pound propane tank. How many people got that 100 pound propane tank? I'm going to tell you something about that 100 pound propane tank. I bought one and I immediately took it right back. Thank God I was able to take it back before I filled it up, because once you break the seal and fill up your propane tank, you can't take them back. That 100 gallon propane tank, it doesn't have, I'm going to show y'all. Here I got my little 5 pounder, my little baby, and I'm going to show you something. And I'm just, you see that outside ring right there? I have an outside ring and an inside ring. The inside threads and the outside threads. That means you can use either kind of hose. Like, I'm gonna show you both ends too. I'm gonna show you. Come on, baby. This is a new hose. I have never used this hose right here ever. But I keep all my tanks with hoses. That's like the inside hose, what the inside hose look like to go inside. To go inside the tank. I'm not gonna do this right now, okay? And this is the outside one. It can take one to go on the outside thread. On that 100 gallon tank, that big tall one, it only has the inside threads. Now that's a problem. The reason I'm talking about all this, because this is what I ran into. Thank God the dude did not have the adapter. If you go to have these filled up, like you can't exchange this size, the 40 gallons, the 30 gallons, or the 100, the 30 pound, the 40 pound, the 100 pound. You can't exchange those. You got to go have those filled by somebody with a propane refilling station, like a Tractor Supply, okay? The problem with that, if wherever you getting your propane at, if they don't have that inside adapter, because their standard adapter goes on the outside threads. Most people you get propane from, their standard is that outside thread. I drove around looking for somebody with the thread, the adapter on the inside, right? Everybody don't have it. So thank God, I was like, if this was an emergency, I would be screwed. So turn around and I was able to go and exchange, get rid of that 100 pound tank. Plus, it's the 100 pound tank was almost as tall as I am. I'm claiming that 5'11", but I'm about 5'9" now. So that tank is almost tall as I am. It was cumbersome just picking it up while it was empty. I can't even imagine how I would have dealt with it if it was full. Because when it's full, they say it weigh like, I think 100 and something pounds. I couldn't have dealt with that without a hand truck or a dolly or something like that. And then Here's the other thing about the 100-pound tank. The reason I'm telling you all this because it's emergency, because you need to know this like tonight, okay? Stay away from that 100-pound tank unless you got some kind of huge shop and you have some way to transport it. I didn't know none of this. None of this. If you get caught, if you drive up, make sure it's close. If you drive up and your long 100-pound propane tank is laying down in your trailer, because you really can't necessarily put it in your car. If it's laying in your pickup truck or it's laying in your trailer, if they see that, if they see you unloading those tanks and they were laying down, they cannot help you. It's the law. They're not supposed to help you. It's the law. Didn't know that. After I started doing research on the threads, I started doing more research online of how much trouble people are having with 100-pound tanks. It's DOT, the Department of Traffic. If DOT catch you with that propane tank laying down like this in your trailer or in your truck, you in some big trouble. You in some big trouble. And I did not know that, because guess how I took my tank to go get it filled? Laying in my trailer like that. Unfortunately, fortunately, the guy didn't see me like that. I had pulled him out before I even went in the store, right? I didn't figure that out till later. Now, here's the other part. If you're transporting those tall 100-pound tanks, they have to be transported standing straight up, and they have to be strapped in a specific way, or they have to have a special cage welded to your trailer or your truck or whatever. That's why when you driving down the road and you see welders' trucks, they have their big gas tanks standing straight up and down. All of this I just found out in this last 2 weeks. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm having problems trying to refill the 100-pound tank right off the bat. Then you mean to tell me I might go to jail just by transporting it, and I gotta transport it in some special kind of way? I took that thing right back to home, the orange box store. This is what's gonna get you. When you look online at the orange big box store and the blue big box store, the 100-pound tank is only $150. You like, oh, that's a deal, that's a steal. Don't do it. The reason it's $150 is because it's hell on wheels trying to get it filled, and then it's cheap because you're gonna need the rest of the money to bail yourself out of jail. I started doing the math it didn't take me long to figure out, let me get rid of this right now, because I could see myself getting a ticket, locked up, or doing something half-assed. And let me tell you something. For all the people out there ever strap something down to your trailer. Hey, Educated Natural. If you ever, like say you was moving, how many people, show of hands, you've been moving or something, and you strap something down to the trailer or even inside the moving truck that you didn't want to move? By the time something in your spirit said, pull over and just check the straps. Even though you know good and well you strapped everything down good, you ratchet strapped everything, you double tied everything, something in your spirit said pull off. Go into this gas station and just check them straps again. Just check them. You went in there and checked them straps and it was like this loose. You would have lost furniture, your mattress, everything. I was taking one of my motorcycles out to Freedom Acres. Now I'm driving across country, and something in my spirit, I know I got I got 4 straps on my motorcycle. Four. And I kept the kickstand down. 4 straps. Something in my spirit. Now I'm rolling along down the highway. Something said, man, get off at this next exit in the middle of nowhere just to check them straps. It was cold. It was pitch black. Ain't no street lights. Nothing. Something in my spirit kept setting on, man, go back there and check that motorcycle again. I got off that expressway. I'll be doggone. 2 of the straps was this loose. I can't make this up. God is my witness. And all I kept thinking was, oh, Lord, you know you a good one. Listen to that whisper. Every time listen to that whisper. Don't second guess that whisper. Because all I could think was, my doggone motorcycle be all over that road. And not just that. You can kill somebody if your stuff ain't strapped down right. It ain't just about you losing your own material. But if it ain't strapped down right, man, you could kill somebody behind you. You could even be, you don't even know it fell off and it's gone. And then it's just waiting there like a doggone booby trap for some family to lose their life for your negligence. That always bothers me half to death. So I double strap, triple strap. You ever been driving down the road and seen one of these work trucks? They don't have, or lawn care businesses, they don't got nothing strapped down, nothing tied down, and all they stuff is just jiggling around on the back of their trailer. I gets away from them dudes, man. I go around them. I know they feel like, man, I'm just going down the road. Every single accident that has happened is from somebody saying, I'm just going down the road. And that's why all up and down every interstate in the United States, y'all rep y'all states and rep your city, and you know what you see on the way to work in the morning. You see weed whackers, mattresses, lawnmowers, Rubbermaid Tupperware containers, 55-gallon drums, old barbecue grills. Come on, tell me what y'all see every day in the morning. I remember, I ain't even talking about the dead deers and stuff in the road. Stuff that done fell off of the back of somebody's truck. Every day, sapper and the sapper gardener in the house. What's going on, brother? Listen, it's not worth it. So I'm thinking to myself, listen to me. These tanks, I'm going to show you this 40-gallon tank, and I'm going to show you everything. Now, this the little baby tank. I brought this I love this little guy because I use it for a lot of stuff. But I brought this so I can pick it up easily and give you the example of this. Because I can't pick up this 20-pound tank is running this buddy heater right here. That's my 20-pound over in the corner. And here's my 40-pound tank right here. This is my 40-pound tank. Now imagine the 40-pound tank is almost rib high to me sitting down. The 100-pound tank, because that's double plus a 20-pounder, is up here. You can't deal with that. You can't deal with that. It's too heavy. It's cumbersome. There's laws in place to get you locked up about it. So I went with the 40 gallons. I'm going to give you a better example of what it looked like. Because with the weather hitting like this, you're going to need something that might last a little longer, because you're going to be running out of fuel. You can't keep running around running out of fuel. Now this how tall this 40 gallon is. It's almost waist high to me. Let me see. Okay, it's almost waist high. But this 40-pound tank, this is that one. So this is the equivalent of 2 20-pound tanks like that. Here's the sweet part. This one I can pick up. It does have the outside ring, so it's easy to have it filled up. I got the inside rings, so it was easy for that. Computer, cancel. Easy to fill up inside and out. Easy to pick up. Now this is filled up. So this is weighing in maybe, I'm gonna say about 70 pounds or so. It's a little heavier than a bag of chicken feed. Okay? This is the one. So I got 4 of those. I got, let me start this back up. Okay. So you can see the whole thing. I got 4 of these, and I got 10, 20 pound. I keep saying, we want to say gallon. I got 10, 20-pound tanks. No, I'm sorry. I gave my daughter one. I have 8 20-pound tanks. I got 4 40-pound tanks, and I have 4 5-pound tanks. And I keep them filled, all of them. So what size tank you use for your RV? I use all of them. I use all the sizes. Now, I don't use the propane tank on board on my RV. I don't use that propane at all. That's like my ultra backup. I don't use the propane on my RV. Propane tank is fully filled, and I don't use it for nothing, because there is no way to refill your RV. You got to drive it to the place to have it filled up. So I don't bother with that, because I don't want nobody coming to my land to fill up my propane tank. That's the other thing. When you get anything over 100-pound tank and over, you ain't lifting that. You got to have the propane man. Let me break it down to you. You got to have a propane company come to your house, fill up your propane tank. They charge, don't quote me, because I remember at my old land, that's why I never filled that tank up again. And we did everything for all those years. We ran everything off of wood. Lord is my witness. I filled that tank up, I half filled it. And most of the price to half fill my tank up, 50%, was the fees. It wasn't even the fuel. It wasn't even the fuel that was hurting my pocket. It was every fee, the delivery fee, the mileage fee, the connection fee, the safety fee, the driver fee. By the time they done adding up all the fees to put the propane in the tank, the fees cost just as much as the propane. How many people have dealt with that? I was so pissed off about that. I vowed and I stuck to my word. I said, baby, we'll never use that thing again. After we run out of propane in that tank, which we never did, because I just never used it no more. We ain't buying no more. So that's when I took it upon myself. Every day I woke up around 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. I got our wood burning fireplace going, heat up the whole house. I had to go outside on the back porch. Every day I'm chopping wood and piling it up on my back porch under the awning. I go out there and get some wood. I bring it in the house, and I have been doing this for years, seasoning. Bringing all that in the house, burn that wood, get the house warm. Now, by the time my wife wake up, get ready for work, I wake up, get ready for work, my kids get ready for school, they don't even know that we don't got no heat, because daddy done got the whole house on lock. My daughter probably watching now. You know what? My daughter didn't even know. Princess Leia didn't have no idea. We spoke about that not too long ago, and she didn't even know. She thought I was just sitting in the fireplace because I like to burn the fireplace. No, I'm trying to make it comfortable so we can have a damn life. So, If you're not ready for what we got going on right now with this weather, this is only the 1st of January. Now, for the South, this is unheard of. African Dreaming, Pieces of April, Jay and April in here. Y'all having storms in Texas. Y'all having winter storms in Texas again. T-Nog, New Orleans Gardner, Jody Sincere, y'all having tornadoes and harsh cold winter advisories in Louisiana. Man, come on. I'm in South Carolina. I done started sowing my seeds that I need to take out to Freedom Acres in here. I give you a little, I'll show you a little something of that real quick. But I done start getting my seeds together. I got 2 grow beds going. But it's going to be a rough winter. Okay, somebody said, how do you store your propane tanks? What do you mean by how do I store it? What do you mean by that? I really want to, California Mojave Gardner said, I rent. They refuse to clean the chimney. Oh, I rent and they refuse to clean the chimney. It's too much black. It's too much black in it. Scared to light it. Don't like that. Do not like that. That creosote is like gasoline. I can't make this up. I was burning my little wood burning stove out here while I was cleaning my garage the other day. Yeah, I store them in the shed with a window open. I was burning my wood burning stove out here. And before I burnt my wood burning stove, the one I put in my tent, every time I tapped the doggone flue, all that, a pile of creosote come out. Because, you know, I burn anything in that thing. If you light that creosote up, it's like lighting gasoline. Do me a favor, y'all. Go on YouTube and just look at chimney fires. Just pull up chimney fires and watch how they start. Most people from the north, we know about them chimney fires. During this time of the season up north, that's one of the main ways people die, house fires, trying to stay warm up north. Those people think I think I can get one more year out of burning that fireplace without cleaning it. Then everybody end up passing away for somebody's negligence. Go on, just clean the damn. I don't ever want no whole full chimney built on my house like that anymore. I don't use mine anymore because I haven't cleaned it in years. I would rather have like one of the kind with the tube going out, like the ones I got, the Camp Chef, or even a nicer one with the tube going out so I can control how I can clean it, make it easy to clean. I don't want special attachments, special equipment. That stuff will kill you. And then when you cleaning it, all that stuff rush down into your house. Ask me how I know. And you going to have your carpet clean 100 times before it even look half decent. Central heat is the worst. Have my electric bill $600. That's why we run these heaters. Hey, Nicole. Say you're right. My tank is outside with a 12-foot extension hose run under the door, hooked up by my buddy heater. And usually that's how I'm running it. Let me see. Now here's the other thing, okay? Because I don't want to say 60 high temperature tomorrow. I miss something. I don't want to pretend like these propane tanks are miracle workers, because they ain't. Dave Busby said, and we had a couple of earthquakes within the past 2 days. We did too. We have too. We getting earthquakes, crazy weather, rain, storms, heat. Man, don't even get me started on that. Don't even get me started, right? Now, that made me lose my train of thought. Them earthquakes, that threw me off. So does anybody got any questions or any situations? Because everybody keep thinking this is a joke. Everybody keep thinking this is a game. And I'm gonna end. I got something else to tell y'all about. I ain't gonna do it tonight, but oh my God, I was just talking to my good friend today about it. Oh my Lord, and I'm not gonna say it out loud yet until I find the whole thing. Say, just had an earthquake about 10 minutes ago. Okay, let me see. What are my thoughts on mounting solar panels on the roof? Do you want to mount your solar panels on the roof? That's my question to you. Say, I wish I was part of your family. You are part of my family. What is the best way to heat your house without propane, and not burning wood in a chimney? What's the best way to heat your house without propane and without burning wood in the fireplace? To heat your home? The best way is the best way that you can possibly do it. I don't even know how to answer that question. What's the best way to heat your home without burning wood and without using propane? To heat your home, that's so extravagant. I don't even want to start talking about that. Okay. You talking about having a greenhouse built on the side of your house that's transferring heat. And that ain't even fully efficient. I don't even want to talk about that. That's nonsense. Listen, why on God's green earth wouldn't you want to use wood to heat your home? It's just laying out there in your yard. If you got in your truck and drove one block, just your own neighborhood, every Wednesday or every Sunday, whenever your garbage day is, your neighbor's got a pile of sticks sitting out there, just sitting on you know what somebody said, diesel heater? That's a good one. But that's not going to heat up your entire whole house. So that's why I was like, that question is just somebody reaching. That was reaching for me. A diesel heater ain't going to heat up no entire whole house. Said put a wood stove fan on your buddy heater. Trust me. You know what? All my wood stove fans is out at Freedom Acres, so I don't have them here. I'm gonna show you what I've been using. Which I don't have hooked up right now. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. I'm gonna show y'all one of my hacks. Watch this. Tell them Lead Farmer sent you. Everybody don't want to get the Buddy Flex, right? Because you can't put a fan on it. Watch this. Now, you can do this. This works with the wood burning stove fan, and it works with this. Watch this. Cookie sheet, old rusty cookie sheet. That heat comes up in the front with the Buddy Heater Flex, right? That's how they made it. So I set that out like that. That pan gets so hot that you can cook on it. Now get this. That pan gonna get hot real quick, but it'll end up melting the plastic around here, right? Now you can cook on this thing just like this. Set that right here. aim it down towards the pan, so the heater is heating up the metal pan. The fan is blowing the heat off the metal fan and blowing the heat from the buddy heater flex across the room. So you double, not just being able to blow your hot air and direct it, but you also doubling your heat by keep heating up that pan right there. That's how I've been doing this. So tell them old lead farmer sent you. Everybody keep talking about, I want that buddy flex, but you can't put the fan on it. There you go. Right there. I've been doing this ever since I've been here at Easley Island, because I'm stuck here for a minute. That's the hack of the century. Go to the dollar store, Goodwill, get you an old cookie sheet, set on top of the buddy flex, and either put your wood burning stove fan on top of it, or put your USB fan on top of it. Aim the USB fan down towards the pan, so the pan never quite gets hot enough to burn the plastic, but it's enough to jitter. Look, I'm starting to sweat. You see that? Already from that. Just enough to generate more heat, and I'm putting out more BTUs by adding more metal material. Boom. Tell them Lead Farmer sent you. Where there's a will, there's a way. And this is what we here for. Don't just go, everything got to go off manufacturer specs. Use your own head and make things better. Use your head and make things better. People are staying away from this buddy heater flex because even myself, even me, I was hating on the buddy heater flex there for a minute. And then I was like, I was sitting here one morning and the heat was just going straight up. And I needed it to start circulating around here, and I didn't want to cut my ceiling fan on because that just wasted more energy. Boom. There you go. I went and got that cookie sheet, put it on that thing, aimed the fan down to it. Now it's generating more heat and blowing that thing straight across instead of just going straight up. Heat rises. Tell them old Lead sent you. Okay. Okay. Say yes, the heat in the closet by the kitchen. Drag in the mattress. And that's there. I ain't even gonna mess with that. That question was just too outlandish for me. If you want to put solar panels on a house, that's completely up to you. I would never. I'm not doing it. It's too self-explanatory. And this is for T-Nog, New Orleans Gardener. What did I tell you I was doing today? What did I tell you I was doing today? Didn't I tell you the phone in my limo was busted and I couldn't get in touch with my... Let me show you something. Just to show you what I was talking about today. This goes out to the New Orleans Gardener. New Orleans Gardener, this go out to you. And everybody else. And everybody else. I told you, I'm cleaning them out. I'm cleaning them out. There's a reason why. Guess what? You want to know what all these seeds is? It's just kale. This go out to New Orleans Gardener and Jody Sincere. What I talked about earlier. This is just one of them. The rest of them is in the other room that I was showing Lady Lynn. She thought I was losing my mind. And we're gonna talk about this, all of us, for this 2024 coming out swinging. I got my stuff started over here in these containers. I'm coming out swinging. Even in the process of moving, it's some stuff that's going on I don't want to talk about, that I don't want to keep on saying I seen something that scares me. I'm not gonna keep on saying that. Just watch me work. That's all I'm saying. There's a switch on most ceiling fans to reverse direction, but that's using unnecessary energy. Where if I'm using a solar power, I'm trying not to use a ceiling fan. That's using house energy. The reason why I'm so big on solar is because once I put that solar panel out this window and recharge all of my solar generators back up for free, everything I'm running right now will be running off this solar powered generator for free, making my bill as cheap as possible. Right now, family, the only reason you see I got my kitchen lights on is so you can see my face. My lights in my house don't stay on. I'm trying to save as much money as I possibly can so I can move up out of here. I'm penny pinching like a pauper, right? I'm trying to get myself together. Here's the thing. We could talk about all we want. We could talk about crap all we want to. How your garden gonna be, what your plans is for 2024, who you gonna stay away from, who you gonna join it. You can talk all you want to. You don't even have to announce half the stuff you're doing. Man, just do it. Just do it. This storm is happening and going on right now, and y'all see it. I ain't got to prove nothing. And it's so many people that is not ready. No, I haven't heard no reports like that. It's so many people out here ain't ready. It just makes me nervous. I keep telling you, this goes out to the people that ain't ready to me. You makes me nervous. And I'm not gonna pretend like some of this, me trying to get people to jump on board is a little bit of selfishness. And the reason why is because I do not want to make no enemies if something pop off. I don't want to make any enemies. And I'm telling you this, if you, listen to me, family, if you are not ready for the storms of 2024, you're going to make a lot of enemies, whether you want to or not, because you're going to have to do a whole bunch of begging. And if you haven't seen the movie, what is it called, y'all? I keep saying, everybody talking about it, Leave the World Behind. Man, the movie is awful. And I'm going to say it again. Caesar 159 to 299, why not store up? Yeah, exactly. If you have not seen the movie on Netflix, Leave the World Behind, the movie is awful. I'm telling you, it's lousy acting. It's just lousy. Everything about it. We all need to have, this is what we need to do. I got to figure out how to pull it off, though. We really all need to have, I'm trying to figure out how we could do this without everybody getting demonetized. We need to have a Leave the World Behind watch party. That's what we need to do. I mean, as a group, we all need to be watching it, all synchronize our watches when we start watching it and hit play. We all need to have a watch party, a greenhouse lounge, Leave the World Behind watch party. And we all just sit and watch it. And then every blue moon, I say pause. We hit pause and we discuss every doggone scene that's happening. I saw something in that movie it give me goosebumps. Listen to this. Everybody keep blowing that movie off like it's nothing. Everybody saw the movie? So if you haven't seen the movie of Leave the World Behind, I got a spoiler alert. So close your ears. I'm just gonna say one little piece. Spoiler alert. There's a boat that runs up on the doggone shore. This tanker. Look at the name on the tanker. And then go Google what that doggone what that word is, what that name means. Why would you put that in a movie? And look, this is how I know they were only focused on the word on the side of that tanker. You couldn't even see the actors' heads no more. The cameraman wasn't focusing on the actors anymore. He was just focusing on the word. He wasn't focusing on the tanker itself. He wasn't focusing on the actors on the beach. He was focused on the word on the side of that tanker. It was White Lion. White Lion. Listen, a tanker, and this ain't conspiracy theory. It's just, why did they put this in the movie? Because it was like mind blowing. One ship run up on shore. The name of it, let me back up. A big black tanker run up on shore, and the name of the tanker was White Lion. Go Google that. If that alone don't make you pee on yourself just a little bit, like Miss Shirley OG say, just a little bit. If that don't make you pee on yourself just a little bit, like, why would you do that? The movie don't even seem to make sense because it's crazy stuff. Like, once the movie go off, you keep doing like this. Well, the movie is off, so why did they do that part with the deer? Why did they do this with the little girl wanted to see this show so bad? Why? Nothing makes sense until you watched it about 4 times. You need to take off your your common sense head. Take this one off. And this is giving you permission to dive deep into the realms of controlled conspiracy. I guess I'm trying to clean it up. But there's a reason why every angle of every camera and every scene and everything, from the things that they're drinking to the way they're drinking them, the things they're saying, the things they're doing, everything makes sense. And this is that. Go Google what ship was the White Lion. Why would you do that? Google what the White Lion was and then finish watching the movie. It's just going, it's like, why did y'all do that? We need to have a watch party. I say this Friday, we all need to just synchronize our Netflixes. Synchronize our Netflixes. That way none of us get demonetized. And we have to watch it separately. I will be on a StreamYard and I will bring people in every time I say pause and let me hear everybody's thought on, because I want to know if everybody is thinking what I'm thinking. Now, these storms is coming out of the blue. So I'm telling y'all right now, everything that happened in that movie. Oh, by the way, let me check something, because I don't want to make a mistake again like I did in one other video. Hold on, I just want to check something. Give me 2 ticks. I just want to check something. I want to see, was this fake or not, real quick. Because I don't want to say something that I saw, and I don't want to have to. I saw something and I don't know how fake it was. Okay, I'm not even going to touch on that. I'm not going to touch on what I saw because I can't find it, and I'm not going to sit here looking for it. But it ties into that movie, okay? I've been getting weather alerts all day. They told, listen, today about, I want to say 12, my son was in school and his school called me and told me don't send them in here tomorrow or the next day. Like, you know, listen to me. You know how bad it gotta be for the school to call me while they still in school to tell me don't send them back for the next couple days? You know how bad that gotta be? Vision preparedness in the house. What's up, my brother? Yes, I say this Friday we have a Leave the World Behind watch party. Okay? And we all gonna synchronize our Netflixes and we all just gonna sit and watch. The movie ain't even, it seemed like the movie only lasts about 30 minutes because it doesn't, because you're so engulfed in it. Let me see how long this movie is. I think it's, watch that movie 5 times, every time something different shows. Thank you for that, who just said that? Letty, every time you watch the movie, what time Friday? Let me come up with that, okay? Because I don't want to just spit that out right now. Let's just say, let's start. Everybody give me a time frame of the watch party. So everybody can kinda try to be on the same. I don't want to just say, let's say, I don't know, 5-ish, 7, that gives California. California is, that'll be 4 o'clock, and what East Coast 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. If it's 7 for me, it'll be 4 o'clock for the West Coast. I'm all the way on the East Coast. 7 p.m. 7:30 p.m. 7:30 p.m. Friday. Let's all, everybody, even if you ain't with me or watching with the Greenhouse Lounge, go watch Leave the World Behind. I'm going to click on at 7 a.m. 7 p.m. We're going to start watching by 7:30 p.m. Just like in school. We're going to start, everybody get in the auditorium, and then by 7:30, we're going to start the show. 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time and 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we going to all synchronize our Netflixes and start watching. Okay? 7:30 p.m. we're going to actually start watching together. So what I really want to do is watch for about 30 minutes, pause. We're going to pause it about every 30 minutes or so unless something really significant pops up. And that's the thing, I can't say 30 minutes because something significant pops up every 5 minutes in that movie. Y'all, if y'all have watched it. Say better off homeschooling instead of indoctrinated programming that your child never uses. Yeah, you know what? Let me touch on that real quick. With everybody talk about homeschooling, I'm not saying the school system is perfect because it's far from it. Let's straighten that out because I want to touch on that too, since I'm all hot up under the hood. Okay. That's the new thing, homeschooling your children. That's the new thing. Everybody wants to homeschool their children because our school system is broken. I totally 100% agree that our education system is fully broken. It's out of order. Very true. But I'm also going to state, I'm going to be devil's advocate for a second here. I'm also going to state some of these kids need to stay right in that broken system. And don't get me wrong. Don't get my words twisted. I need you to hear me out. Because some of these parents that's teaching their children, they ain't too bright either. And they're teaching their kids wrong stuff inside the house. I've ran into somebody that homeschools their children and they need to send their kids back to the broken system. I can't make this up. They got their kids believing in a whole handful of bullshit. And they're so proud that they're homeschooling their children. And I'm like, yeah, that ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it. Now, I'm not saying you need to go send them to the public school. I'm saying you might want to spend a little money and send it to some private charter school or something, because what you doing in your kitchen ain't cutting it. So I don't want to keep on saying, yeah, homeschooling is the best way. Homeschooling is only as good as what the parent is going to teach the child, just like the public school. But if the parent can't put a damn sentence together, what is you doing? If the parent don't know what 2 plus 2 is, what is you doing? What are you teaching the kid? Right? And I'm not going to get on that. That's the problem. So I don't want to say homeschooling is so perfect, because it is not. It depends on the parent. Just like it depends when you send your child to a school. That's why you try to send your child to a major organization, a major school with accreditations and backups, because of the simple fact is you know what you're getting out of this school. Okay, that's why you do that. Some of these parents, and I've seen it, I don't got no problem with homeschooling. So before somebody twists my words, before somebody twists my words, I do believe homeschooling is the right way. Okay? But it also depends on the parent that is becoming the teacher. Because some parents don't know where to draw that line of it's time to learn. So if your kid don't feel like learning today, okay, y'all just go out in the backyard and here, have some little Debbie snack cakes. Y'all go out there and leave me alone. It don't work that way. So I'm all for homeschooling, but what I've seen in a couple of different settings and situations, bullshit. Send that kid off. Okay? So, that's that. That's that. I just really wanted to touch on that real quick. Not knocking nobody. I'm just saying I don't like the narrative that we all keep putting into place, that it's either this or either that. That drives me crazy. It's not either this or either that, and there's no soft medium. It's just, that's not cool. And we get into these trends and we lose ourselves. Even with this prepping game, even with being prepared, we can spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on preparedness and don't even know how to use the equipment. You don't even take it out of the box. You just getting into this trend. And it's unfortunate for the people to do that. If you purchase your freaking gear, if I showed you my kitchen, you'll probably throw up. Okay? You'll probably throw up. And frankly, here's the other thing. I ain't even gonna get back on the schooling. I ain't gonna get back on that, because I could go all day on that. I gotta hit the brakes on that, because I will sit on that all day. It's just a trendy thing, and some of these parents that's teaching homeschooling their children, that parent need to go back to 6th grade they self. I'm just saying. I'm talking about like what's his name, Bobby Madison, Billy Madison. They need to go back to the 6th grade and work their way up before they start trying to teach a kid something. I hate to be play devil's advocate right now, but I am, because I've seen this over the last couple of years a lot. A lot. And some of these parents think, oh, it's all good. I'm homeschooling because it make you feel proud. But if your kid can't talk, can't speak, can't count, and then all he want to be is a mumble rapper in the next 3 years, man, what did you do? What did you accomplish? He could have went to public school for that. So I'm not knocking nobody. I'm just saying everybody that's saying I'm a homeschooler does not qualify. You're not qualified. Everybody ain't qualified to be a homeschooler. Okay? I'm going to say this. And just to touch on that, just a hint of that. If, it's people that don't get out into society at all. It's people that live off in them mountains and people that live off in them woods. They don't see city folk very often. And when they off in them woods and they off in them mountains and they off in these super small towns with no outlets, no internet, no way to get information coming in, I promise you this. Those are the easiest people to trick into believing anything. Racism, hatred, all kind of wojo and voodoo, and ain't no different. If you don't let your kids out into this world to experience reality and experience social behavior, they come out to be some strange little ducks, man. Strange little ducks, okay? So over that last 2 years, man, some of our kids got a little weird. They're staying in the house too much. They got a little strange. Okay? I can't, my wife had students calling the house like, when is school gonna start? Like, these kids can't wait to go back to school. It made them a little odd. Because all they were doing, yeah, got them. Roll, take that, take that, take that, take that, take that. That's all they did for 2 years. They had little packets they had to complete, and the rest was, you ain't see nobody outdoors. Nobody. Okay? So, y'all know what is it, PS5 and stuff, and the computer games, hitting them keys like, yeah! I'm just out of my league these days. But I'm gonna get off of here. I'm not gonna keep y'all. That's what I could remember. Billy Madison. Friday, 7 o'clock Eastern time, 7 p.m. Eastern. We're gonna start the watch party. 7:30 p.m. 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. We're gonna do the Leave the World Behind watch party. 7 p.m. we'll synchronize our Netflixes, and we're all going to start watching at the same time so we don't leave nobody behind. I would post it up on StreamYard, but they'll shut me down for that. So just be ready. The reason why I want to do this watch party, because it's so unbelievable. You know what? I've never wanted to watch. True story. I've never ever wanted to watch. Y'all keep seeing me burping. Let me show you something. Y'all keep seeing me burping because I'm back on that regiment. You see that top row missing. I'm back on my regiment, so I'm burping. My body getting back used to these good vitamins. So excuse me, y'all keep seeing me burping them all up. Fish oils and stuff. The reason why I really truly want us to watch this movie together is because it's so unbelievable of how people really truly act. This is how people really truly act in a crisis. They don't know what to do. You gonna have some leaders and you gonna have some losers. You gonna have some people that ain't got a clue. Let me I'm not even gonna go there. Let me just say this. The main reason I want to watch this movie is to see who are you in this movie. Which character are you playing? Which character do you think will be you? Which character in that movie, and we're gonna answer that Friday when it's over. Which character are you? And then after you answer that, you gotta ask yourself another question. Which character do you want to become? It's major characters in there. It ain't a whole bunch of outside different weird characters in it. It's only a handful of them. The question is, which character best fits your description in your situation right now? And when it's over, which character do you want to become? Because what they show in that is about to pop off. I'm going to say that. And before I go, remember I said there's a movie I didn't want to watch because I lost my train of thought. There's a movie I've never wanted to see. I've never wanted to see it ever because I thought it was utterly ridiculous and I thought it was fear-mongering, horrible, and just unnecessary. That was, what, 5 or 6 years ago. Now, I literally got it programmed on Netflix for me to, I was supposed to watch it today. But you want to know why I got it programmed? Because it's kind of happening like now. How many people ever seen The Purge? And I know I'm shooting real high above the rim. But I promise you, the way the last 2020 went, where they had everybody staying in the house, staying home from work, you couldn't go to no stores, and the people that was fighting over stuff unnecessarily, like tissue paper and stuff, opened my eyes and let me see, oh, mankind really is this crazy. We really can become savages when it comes down to supplies. The haves and the have-nots of prepping. When it comes down to the last bottle of water, people was out there taking one another's lives for water and tissue paper. For tissue paper? I did a whole video about just use your sock. Somebody is floating around in the wild blue yonder, and somebody is in prison. All over tissue paper. That's what it boiled down to. Tissue paper. Something you wipe your cheeks with and flush. Somebody is not living anymore and somebody's life is in jeopardy getting their cheeks wiped. Somebody wiping their cheeks for them now in prison. It's not funny, but it is. All you had to do was pull off that doggone Dickie sweat sock and go on get busy. Wash it out in the sink and do it again. Repeat. Wash, rinse, repeat. You wouldn't have been in prison and that other person would have been alive over tissue paper. So imagine this. Imagine this. And I've been thinking of this real strong, real strong. That's why I'm trying to get my ducks in a row. What if 2020 happens again? I want to watch that movie, The Purge, because it was too close to 2020. I know they had to make it extra graphic, you know, but is it so far-fetched? The way we cutting each other down like stalks of corn right now? We cutting each other down in the streets like stalks of corn. It don't even make the news anymore, family. We take ourselves out every day like The Purge. It don't even make the news. when it do make the news, this what gets me. They'll talk about a man coming into a school and spraying the school up, and then they'll have a Pantene shampoo commercial. And then they'll have a Snicker bar commercial. Snicker bar satisfies you. And then a KFC commercial. And then they get back to the serious news of this massacre. That goes on for about 24 hours or so, ish. And then Cat Williams come out. Nobody even care about the massacre anymore. Everybody talk about Cat Williams. Cat Williams is overshadowing the massacre of children. Cat Williams and his gripes and discrepancies is overshadowing the massacre of children in a school. What does that say about us? What does that say about us? Now think about this. Let's boil these nuts all the way down. Let's boil them down. I'm not saying he's right or he's wrong of what happened to him or what he's accusing others of. But all of them is millionaire problems. Them is millionaire, that's a millionaire situation. And we're overshadowing the loss of lives of children for millionaire comedians. Millionaire comedians. Not the comedians that still gotta do little nightclubs in the back of some church's chicken. No, we're talking about comedians that sell out stadiums. I'm not talking down on the man. I get it. But damn, man. I want to say, was it that same day? Was it the same day that that massacre just happened in that other school? And we talking about who stole who jokes? And we teaming up like, yeah, he do be stealing jokes. Stealing jokes versus children losing their lives for somebody with a mental health problem. Mental health. So that's why I don't want to touch on none of that. I'm not on no side in that whole situation whatsoever. But all I've been doing for the last 4-5 days, shaking my head like, cut it out, man. Cut it out. And I'm going to say this too. I'm just going to say this. The only person that I've heard an interview that said anything about that situation with those comedians, one person said one thing that I wanted to hear. Just one person said something. Guess who it was? He ain't even a comedian, not necessarily. Judge Joe Brown. Judge Joe Brown said look what's going on. Look what's going on. Judge Joe Brown ain't take no sides. But he said this is exactly what the powers to be want to see. They want to see somebody. That's why they promoting this guy so much. Whether he right or whether he wrong. They want to see the tear down of these people that look the same. That's all the system care about. Keep tearing that dude. Matter of fact, promote him on another channel. Put him on. I've seen that Cat Williams on CNN, ABC, NBC, Fox News. I've seen this situation, it's a YouTube situation, on major news networks. Who do you think controlled that? So, man, we got a damn tornadoes, tsunamis, hurricanes, flooding down in the south and down in the southwest, and it's tearing people up, people freezing to death. And we talk about two dudes that can't get along, but each one of them got more money in their pocket than any of us will ever see. The tear down of a nation, man. I ain't picking no sides. I'm not saying he right or he wrong. All I'm saying is, damn, man. Come on, man. You know? And I know what I'm saying ain't popular because everybody want to ride with your boy. I get it. But damn, man. You know, my mom always told me, it's time and a place. It's a time and a place for everything. That's all I'm saying. All the horrible stuff in the world that's happening right now. And, okay, I'm okay. All right, y'all got me. I got 10 minutes. I got 10 minutes. How many people know I'm trying to decide whether I want to talk about that. How many people know we getting some of our boats shot at in the middle of the ocean? Our boats. Not them two dudes fighting. Not them two dudes fighting. How many people have seen that they're attacking our ships out in the ocean now? How many people seen that? You ain't hearing that blowing up. Ain't nobody talking about that. Do you know what that means? Do you have any clue what that means? I'm not talking about some little pirates came up trying to steal some cargo. I'm talking about they got they big boys not aiming and warning. They are literally firing on our ships. That is an act of war. Now it's up to this nursing home recipient to figure out what he gonna do next. I'm like, oh my God, man. And we talking about millionaires, comedians mad at each other for stealing each other's jokes. That's the actual joke that we're missing. That's the actual joke. Take your mind, it's the bait and switch. What's gonna make us stop looking? Them. Tell you, man. I don't feel no kind of way about it. And I know everybody got their own opinions about that situation. I could care less, man. I really could care less. You talk about everybody that was called out, every name that was spewed, got millions of dollars to play with, to give away, to buy whatever they want. And we just helping fuel those egos, man. I said I ain't want to touch that. All I'm saying is, there's few other important things going on right now. Again, not taking nothing away from him. I think he's a very funny man. And I'm not taking nothing away from the people that he's accusing. I'm not on one side or another. I'm just saying right now, none of what that problem is affects you or me. Nothing that man is talking about on that couch really affects me or you in no way imaginable. Not one damn way. It didn't take or put no money in neither one of our pockets whatsoever. No matter who stole who jokes, no matter who did whose bit, it didn't put no money in your pocket. It didn't take none out of mine. But I tell you what will, this storm We so busy watching that bullshit, this storm, and what's going on out there in the middle of the Red Sea. That's where our doggone attention need to be. Every day you need to be watching. You need to be watching the world news and what's going out there in the middle of the ocean. Stop watching them two dudes fight. These two dudes fight. Start watching them what's going out there going on in the middle of that ocean right now. You wake up, you check your bank account. You say your prayers to God, you check your bank account. Okay, I ain't overdraft. Now you need to cut on world news and watch what's going on with us that can really, truly, deeply affect us in every way imaginable. First thing we want to see is who is the next comedian to pop up and talk about who took what and who gives a damn, man? Who cares, man? That's all I'm saying. I know people ain't gonna like me saying this stuff, but I want you to know, I think all these dudes is funny. I don't care who's saying whose material, they all funny in their own right, in their own way. But man, that's just not what we should be focusing on right now. And you want to know what? The more we watch that, it's making everybody rich. Everybody that say them dudes' name and make them rich. Everybody that's pulling that up is making them rich. And here's the crazy part. We're broke. They're monopolizing on the doggone situation till they done took the whole 3-hour video and chopping it into 5-minute segments. So on top of the 40 million views that they already got, they still getting 1 million or 2 million views on the 5-minute segments, and it lasts 3 hours. Do the math on that. They still getting paid off of the doggone distractions. And half of us in this chat right now don't even know it's some dudes shooting at our ships out in the middle of the ocean out there. It's people that can tell you exactly what that man was wearing while he was sitting on the couch. Word for word, what he said. But don't nobody know, man. Y'all know that they just blowed up one of our ships? Do y'all know how close that is to us? Do y'all know where they are in the ocean? Do you understand how close that is to us? That if that line of power and defense fails, they could come just crawling up here like sand crabs? I just want to put that through your head. Do you know how close that's happening? If that line of defense breaks, they'd be all up in the mall with us. And ain't nobody even preparing, nothing, not ready. And listen, if you are part of the 2A community, and listen to me. And I don't even care, and I know some of my fellas gonna get mad at me. If you got more sidearms than you got ammunition, you doing it wrong. That's all I'm saying. Now I'm not saying it in a collector's situation. I'm saying it like, what do we really got these sidearms for? They are to serve and protect. Let's not lose sight of that. If you got more sidearms than you have ammunition to feed them, you're doing it wrong. That's all I'm saying. Because you might have to defend your own self. The way things is going, I'm just saying, the reason why I was talking about all of this, the weather alert, is more than the weather alert. It's everything right now where you need to get yourself tightened up. Or you may end up in a bad situation. I ain't gonna say you will. You may see yourself in a bad situation. Period. Get your food up, get your water up, start planting some seeds indoors, because the weather is stupid. Plant something. It don't gotta be no whole crop. Plant something. I'm gonna plant me some lettuce down in that one. I ain't gonna tell y'all what I got growing over here. I got some lemon trees. I done duplicated. Man, I'm not that out there. What they doing out there? Man, ain't none of this make me feel comfortable, man. You know, the question say question yourself if the lights go out in the winter for a few days, can you make it? It's a great question. Be honest with yourself. Game nerd mom in the house. Be honest with yourself. How many people in here right now, even during this storm, you could cut your water off, your main water off. Stick with me. Could you cut off your main water and cut off your main power breaker in your box? Not have no running water, not have no electricity coming through the grid for 7 days right now. Could you be okay and not be able to leave your house? Do you think you can stay in your house for 7 days in a survival situation? Do you have enough food? Do you have enough water? Do you have enough medication? Do you have enough heat? Or do you have something to cool you off? Could you do this for 7 days? That's a question I'm asking you right now. Each and every last one of you. Could you do that? Do you have something to protect your family in the situation that you do have all of your things in a row, but somebody else, the rest of your neighbors, do not? They see you with your solar power generator. They see y'all around the table eating good through the window. And they see you drinking some water. They looking like, oh no, they got to come off some of that. Do you have something to tell somebody else? Do not come up in here with that. What I tell y'all about 2024? Don't come in here with that. Well, my son is kind of hungry. That's awful. I feel bad for you. My family is a very spiritual family, and we will pray for y'all. This is why we're doing the whole movie watch Friday night at 7 p.m. Movie starts at 7:30 p.m. because you're going to see a part of that situation, that scenario right there. Like, we need help. Well, cuz. Oh, my, he ain't feeling good. That's a damn shame. The question is, it's a thin line between helping others in this type of situation and then others taking advantage of your help to the point now you need help. It's a thin line. If I've been stocking up, prepping up, saving up, doing everything that I feel in my spirit that God put me here to start doing, and even more every year it gets more and more intense. If I'm going this hard and you just bought a new Lexus, that was your prep. And I hate to say it like this because it sounds cruel. It sounds cruel. But really though, I live in a neighborhood, y'all hear it all the time. Lawn care systems, fancy cars, you know, that swimming pools, movie stars. I live in a neighborhood where that's important. That's the important thing to do. I'm the one that's the crazy neighbor. Believe it or not, I'm the crazy neighbor. I'm the neighbor with the messy yard. I'm that dude, and he's bringing the property value down. I probably am. because there's not a Lexus or Mercedes in my driveway. I keep gear and tools and chickens all around my property. And, you know, I got trailers, private trailers everywhere. I'm that crazy neighbor, I guess now. I'm that dude who's bringing the property value down. Because everything that has been going on since 2019 was so stupid. From 2019 to this very day was so stupid, so uncalled for, but it woke a lot of people up. But here's the crazy part. It's a lot of people still sleep. It woke a lot of us up. A lot of us really was like, you know what? We got to change some stuff around here. After you can't go to the store, you can't run to the dollar store, you can't run to the you can't run to the dollar store, you can't run to the Walmart, you can't run to, you stuck in the house, no food, no water, no essentials. I'm telling you, no batteries, no flashlights. Matter of fact, speaking of that, I got something that I said I need to well, I'll show y'all in another video. I'll show y'all in another video. But this is how it's going down. Man, don't come into 2024 half cop. Don't come into this year like this. Don't. We're going to be at Survival Camp in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, February 2nd through the 5th. And we're going to talk in depth about that this coming weekend. And that's it. And there's a reason why I'm not even advertising it like I used to do. I'm not doing that no more. This may very well be the last one. This may very well be the last survival slumber party, survival camp. This may be it. For reasons that I don't even care to mention right now. I'm not even playing. I'm so like, my brain right now is like, nope. Nope. Because things are, I'll talk about that later. Okay? So I'm going to let y'all go. But before I go, if you are not ready, please get yourself ready. Get you some heat. I'm talking about now. I ain't talking about prepping for the future for robots to take over. I'm talking about now. These storms, man, what time is it? Man, it's 10:14. A lot of places still Walmart is open. Man, go grab you a little buddy heater. Go grab you some propane. Go grab you one of these little electric heaters. Go get you some blankets. You know them Christmas blankets, they done marked down to $2.50 in the big old cardboard box now down there by the pharmacy. Go get you a bunch of them little blankets. Man, get ready for this. Everybody can't wait till it warm up because they just can't wait for this year. It's going to be such a great year. I feel the total opposite. I feel the total opposite. I feel like this coming year is going to be a belly whopper. That's all I'm saying. Since 2019, every year gets worse and worse and worse and worse. And everybody, long as you put icing on it, it's fine. Long as you keep throwing up smoke and mirrors and all of this discord and distractions keep popping up, we don't even see what's really going on. We don't even see it. Oh, some of us see it. Some of us see it. Okay. I'm just saying. My daughter asked me, she said, Dad, why you got so many propane tanks? Can I use one? No. No, you can't. It sounds cruel at first, but I'm not playing about my preparations. You staying warm for a night has nothing to do with real emergencies. Be on your grind. Everybody, be on your grind. If you have, this is my advice to you. Don't have no less, same advice I gave my daughter. Nobody should have less than 4 20-pound propane tanks like you put in your barbecue grill. Nobody should have less than 4. Nobody, no household should have less than 4 full propane tanks on hand at all times. Nobody. Even if you go buy you one of them little wood burning fireplaces, I'm gonna show you mine. Go buy you one of them little wood burning fireplaces, not wood burning fire, wood burning stoves. And man, always collect fallen limbs, fallen sticks. Collect it. People gonna think you crazy. They gonna think you're nuts. But I just don't care what people think no more. When it all pop off, which it keep happening, we just don't make videos about it. You know, I'm gonna leave that alone, cause I'll do this all night, and y'all know I will, cause I'm amped up, cause the distractions is so sickening versus everything else that's really truly going on. Nobody care about none of that stuff. Everybody, you say off grid, you say you one propane tank. My advice, listen, every time I think about it, I'll buy a propane tank. Did you hear I said I got 8 of those 20 pounds already? I got 4 of these 5-pound, these little guys. And then I just went and bought 4 of these 40 pounds. And I'm never going to stop. I'm not going to stop. That sounds excessive. It sounds excessive until you have used propane. It's one of the best heating sources besides diesel fuel. It's one of the safest fuels because it can last indefinitely in this little tank. Keep it in a protected area in this little tank. It won't go bad like gasoline. Propane. Kerosene heater, but the thing about kerosene heater, kerosene costs almost double what propane costs. And kerosene goes bad just like gasoline. Kerosene and diesel is kissing cousins. I'm going to tell you something about that too. When y'all saw me using my propane, not my propane, my kerosene heater in my RV on Freedom Acres, that wasn't propane. I mean, that wasn't kerosene. That was diesel. There's a trick to that diesel fuel, diesel and kerosene. Go look it up, trust me. I got some too. I could show it to you. I'm not going to tell you the recipe because I don't want to get in trouble. But just go look it up online. Diesel and kerosene is kissing cousins. True story. Diesel fuel, kerosene stinks, and diesel fuel doesn't when you burn it in a kerosene heater. Don't ask me, and it's just as safe. Just as safe. I ain't saying this ultimate. Diesel heaters are the truth. I still got to do a review on this one I got out here by H Calorie. Still got to do that because them diesel heaters is the truth. I keep me a 5-gallon drum of diesel fuel. Don't get me started. Don't. I'm telling too much. Don't get me started. But you need as many ways to keep your home heated. You need as many ways to keep your body heated. Those little hand warmers. I got some wool socks up there. every time, listen, I bought wool, not wool, thermal socks. I bought thermal socks in July. I had already had some in my bug out bag. Costco had a sale because it was summertime and they was getting rid of all their winter stuff. Thermal socks on sale. I bought a bunch of them boys. It don't even make no sense when you're doing it, but you gonna need them. You gonna need them. I wish I could show you. I wish I could show you what I just bought me and my wife. You ain't gonna believe this. I'd rather show you in person. Give me a day or two. Matter of fact, we're going to show you another way something I got to keep us warm. We're gonna show you Friday during the watch party. All right, we'll do that. So that's right. Say I buy all season. I buy stuff all season for all the gear I got, everything I need to do. If you don't keep this preparedness mindset in your mind, sometimes it can burn you out. Sometimes it can drive you crazy. Keeping your preparedness about you, sometimes, how many people right now, show of hands, how many people stay prepared, always thinking about their family and their preparedness? But how many times have you said, am I doing too much? You look around your house and be having boxes stacked up of MREs and Mylar bags and canned jars of beans and vinegar. How many people, every blue moon, you like, I think I might be doing too much. I get that way sometimes. Matter of fact, I get that way sometime too. And every time I start feeling like that I'm doing too much, maybe I really don't need to do this, I go check on a batch of my vinegar. I take that lid off of there. Working on your gut health? While everybody is out there in the streets sniffing, ooh, that brought a tear to my eye. They out there sniffing, snotting, coughing, hacking, spitting up green goo. As I walk through the stores of a shadow of death, because that's what it feel like when you walk through Walmart, don't it? You walk through Walmart, it sounds like you walking through the shadows, the valley of shadows. And I realized something. I'm one of the only ones that ain't sniffing, snotting, coughing, and spitting up green goo. Persimmon vinegar. Fresh persimmon vinegar right off the tree. No sugar added. No nothing added. Straight, ain't even no recipe. Take your persimmons, slop them in a gallon jar, cover them up with a coffee filter and a rubber band, and walk away for a few months. Ain't no recipe. Do I have a freeze dryer? Was I going to buy one? I do not own a freeze dryer. And at this time, I'm not going to say I will never own one. That is like the bottom of my list right now of things to do. I'm at this very moment, that's the very bottom of my to-do list. Very bottom. I promise you, y'all, you could be sitting here making your own medicine. Making your own medicine? I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you something that's kind of embarrassing. Kind of embarrassing. But I think I need to show you. I think I need to show you. Let me show you something. This is just my everyday stash. Okay. This is just my everyday stash. Okay. Hold on. Matter of fact, this will work better if I do this. This is just my everyday stash, okay? What you think that is? What you think that is? I know what y'all think it is, but it's not. It's distilled vinegar. White distilled vinegar. Sweet potatoes. This is, look, watch this. This is stuff we use so it stays here. What year is that? 2021 sweet potatoes. These canned items stay here. What is this? Apples. Jars are, this stays here. Now, what is this other stuff behind here? Stuff that I use all the time. Y'all was with me when we made this apple cider vinegar. All of this, all of these, all of this. This is the vinegar I just made off of those pears. We've been tearing that up. This is that pineapple that we called vinegar diesel, Vin Diesel. All of this is vinegar. All of this is vinegar. All of it. This is the other pear vinegar that I just made. It's a reason for this. This is that apple lemon vinegar that we all made together. You got to ask yourself, what the heck would you be sitting around making tons of vinegar for? That don't even make not even a little bit of sense. Right? That don't seem to make not even a little bit of sense. Why would I be doing that? Why would you be doing that? Do you know how many gallons that is? That's not even the rest of it. Y'all seen, I got about 20 gallons of vinegar. Why do I keep making vinegar over and over and over again? It sounds crazy. Do me a favor. Go do your research and find out how many things vinegar does for your life, your health, your sickness, your gut health, your household, your disinfecting. Go do your own research on that. And after you ask yourself that, you're gonna be wondering why you waiting to make vinegar. I'm telling you. Go do that research and then ask, why does vinegar cost so much money? I'm not doing it for YouTube videos. Some of that stuff y'all ain't even never seen. Cause man, it's a reason why all them folks out there in the Walmart stores and all the grocery stores sneezing, snotting, hacking, coughing up a lung. Everybody is. I'm not going to say it, but I'm going to say it. What happened in 2019 is happening all over again. I ain't never seen this many sick people at one time ever in my life. Ever in my life. When you walk into any store, I don't care if it's a fancy store, expensive store, or a cheap store like Walmart, people is sneezing, snotting, coughing, hacking, and I be like, ugh. I'm the only one in there that's not doing it. And I told my wife, I said, it's something we doing. It's something we doing right. Why you think that one big giant jar of vinegar is half gone? We takes that. I'm not making that for YouTube videos. We takes that thing. Get your kombucha together and your vinegar. Get you some green tea. I literally got I have 2 5-gallon buckets of black and green tea. Get your tea together. Get your liquor game up. It don't matter whether you drink or not. Just trust me on this. Man, y'all think this is a joke. It's scaring. Let me take that out of my mouth. It got me on edge. It got me on edge to the point we drink this. And she said, you started a new batch? I sure did. I just drained some of this off into a whole nother jar. And I'm about to add more fruit to this. I'm going to go to the farmer's market now that I don't got no more fruit. I'm going to go to the farmer's market and find some stuff that's actually real, some actual fresh. And all you got to do, let me show you. Can I show y'all this? All you got to do to make more apple cider vinegar so it don't take that long to start no more. Can I show y'all? Y'all want to see this? Because trust me, this stuff will save your freaking life. Let me show you. I don't want to drop it. Okay. All you do is chop up some more apples. Leave a little bit at the bottom. Down there. Don't get rid of the slop at the bottom. That's the mother. That's that bacteria that helps your gut. Don't put that down the drain. Do not put that down the drain. You just cut up more apples and fill it back up. Fill it with as much fruit, pears or apples as you can. You see I diced them up. And then I poured some of this vinegar on top of it to fill it up. These apples, I just did this like a week ago. The apples was Pink Lady apples, and it already done took all the color out, and the smell is so strong, it just start all over again. You don't have to, because people contacted me and said, Led, I had my vinegar going for like 30 days. Is it ready yet? When you first start a new batch, it take a little longer when you starting it from nothing. I'm going to give you a quick tip. If you're starting your apple cider vinegar from zero, from nothing, just fresh fruit and water, if you're just starting it out like that, I'm going to give you one ticket. If you got some real vinegar, the apple cider vinegar that you bought from the store, okay? Because they want you to go buy all them weird things from the fresh market. Don't do that. Go get you a bottle of real apple cider vinegar, the expensive stuff. That mother down at the bottom like that. Now, mind you, this is mine. I just kept this bottle. But go get you a bottle of some real expensive apple cider vinegar. Shake it up. till that mother is all around and it's all cloudy, and pour this on your new batch. Pour about a cup, 1 cup of it on top of your new batch, and it kickstarts it, supercharges it. That's why I always leave a little bit down at the bottom and put new fresh fruit on it. I don't add no sugar. I used to do that a couple years. I don't add no sugar no more. Your fruit don't need it. Your fruit does not need it. Some people start turning into wine if you add sugar. Don't add no sugar. Put that fresh fruit right down in there. And 9 times, listen, they're spraying, New Orleans gardener did a video on the stuff that they starting to spray on fruit. I wish he was in here because I can't remember the name of it. It's some kind of waxy crap. I can't remember what it is. If you get fruit from the store, cut the skin off of that apple, because that skin got a peel. That's what she was talking about. It's called a peel. Cut that peel off, because that waxy crap, it don't work. I tried to make some vinegar with normal fruit from the store. It started turning into slime in there, and the peel never changes. If you try to start some vinegar with that's probably why y'all keep trying to start vinegar and it ain't working. If you get that fruit from the store and they got that chemical spray thing on it, and you trying to start vinegar and it ain't working, that's the problem. That may be your problem. So my advice to you, go to a farmer's market or somebody you know with a fruit tree. Why you say that, Simone B? People shouldn't buy it. Why not? Because you can make your own, I hope is the answer. But I just gave you all a way to superstart your stuff. So my stuff, my vinegar stays in these jars. I only drain it out to about here, and I refill it with new fresh fruit and keep it going. So, don't say that little dude name here, please. Okay. So, she said, because BG bought Brags. Let me see. Y'all gonna have me stand on here all night. Here, BG bought Brags. You know, that's the part we gotta stop that, man. We gotta stop that. And this is why I say that, because you're doing yourself a disservice over stuff like that. Let me just put this into perspective. Again, I gotta play devil's advocate. BG and the rest of his buddies own everything. While we're starting talking about that, we're sitting here talking on Samsung, Apple, and iPhones that came from, none of it came even from America. We gave our money to overseas. So when we start pointing the finger, my question to you is, where does the finger stop pointing at? See what I'm saying? I dig that BG is buying up the farmland. I dig that he's doing all these weird little creepy little things. But you cannot, there's only one way to take yourself out of the loop of what him and his buddies is up to. Grow your own, eat your own. I just talked about this a week or so ago. We own nothing. This is why owning your own land is everything. This is why owning your land, your own spot, is everything. Because I know this gonna sound crazy, but you gotta. I'm giving this to you from my perspective. See, you see me here in this house right now, but I know what I got. I know what I have, and I want you to have it too. See, when I named my land Freedom Acres, I meant that. That name came from my soul. That name was given to me to give to my land. I'm telling you, the reason why you have to have some land, because if you want to stop BG from controlling what you put in your mouth, you want to stop having BG control what you watch on TV, you want to stop BG and his buddies from stop everything we buying and consuming for them to make them richer or weirder, you almost kind of got to build your own bubble. You have to build your own world. It's the only way you're going to really get away from all of this, because everything you do, everything you purchase, every time you get in your car, every time you drive it, every time you come back home, every time you go to the store, every time you go to the barbershop, every time you do anything, you put money in their pocket. We can't just keep pointing the finger at things that this just bothers me. They control it all. So why would you not buy vinegar? Because he own it. Because he own the people that make your phone too. He own the people that got the lights on in your household too. He owns your whole neighborhood. He owns the grocery stores where you go buy your food at. So where is you gonna say I'm not participating in any of that? You have, if you don't have your own personal system in play by getting you a little piece of land so you can build your own private little community, growing your own food, you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna continue to pay him. You won't buy this, but you might buy this. He own that too. Just in case y'all don't know, these people, the powers that be, run so many things. They got you so freaking hoodwinked. And I'm not talking conspiracy. I'm talking fact. Go check it yourself. They got us all so hoodwinked that you think Hershey only make chocolate. You so dumbified you think Hershey only make chocolate bars. You think that dude down in Florida that fumble around with that little mouse, you think all he do is make cartoons. That's how blind they got us. You think all he do is make cartoons and musicals and amusement parks? You think the Kraft only make cheese? That ain't like that no more. These beautiful names that we love and adore, that we grew up with, they've turned into monsters. Monsters. They own everything we do, every place we go. They own it all. And they know that we are so spoon-fed now that we ain't in no hurry to get it from up under their thumb. We have gotten to a point, we're comfortable being spoon-fed, just like your baby. Your baby, That baby waiting for some more. What that baby do? We're spoon fed. We don't want to hold the spoon ourselves because you know you're going to spill it all over yourself. I'm telling you, family, this is the way. But we don't want to listen to that. We want to listen to them comedians fight about millions of dollars in stolen jokes. Now, I'm only spitting truth. I'm not talking about my feelings. I'm not talking about what I think. I'm talking about what I know. And if you don't believe nothing I've said tonight, please go do your own research. Please, I beg you, please go do your own research and find out that man that owned that mouse probably owned the people that make the tires on your car and the oil that goes in your engine, and he owns the gas station on the corner of your block that's putting gas in your car. He don't make just cartoons anymore. That dude don't make just cheese anymore. Kraft and them. They own everything. They own pharmaceutical businesses. That dude to make that mouse, this dude to make this cheese, that dude to make that chocolate bar, they own these drug companies. The same ones that's keeping us. That's why every 5 minutes you're trying to watch you an episode of Maury Povich. Try Malanta. Malanta for everybody. Try Malanta for your children. Shouldn't be no commercials telling you come and try some drugs. It's a drug dealer. Them commercials ain't no damn different than the dude on the corner telling you, hey, young blood, come here. Try Malanta. You should try it with your children and your wife. He ain't no different. Them commercials ain't no different than the brother on the corner selling dope. Because he catch you off guard, right? You on your way to school. Hey, bro, come here. Come here. Let me holler at you. You should try some Malanta. Ain't no different than that commercial. You watching Maury Povich, you making you a good sandwich and watch some TV, and all of a sudden, a Malanta commercial come on out of the blue. That's the equivalent. Hey, young blood, come here, let me holler at you. Them same people that got you on that little teacup ride and eating your favorite chocolate bar and you putting that favorite slice of cheese on your sandwich is the same people that got us all walking around here like zombies off of the stuff that they push on us in the street. But they want to lock the drug dealer up on the corner. They want to lock him up. But what they doing is perfectly legal. Come on, man. I'm sorry. Was I raving? I didn't want to go down this path. And I didn't want to be on this long. I think we 2 guava shots in. I've been so in my feelings about truth versus ignorance that it's been easy to set me off lately, if you haven't noticed. I've watched so much stuff on social media that's taken our minds away from the stuff that's really going on, to the point I can't believe this one little man is controlling the airwaves. I can't believe it. I just wanted to stop and just say thank you. Thank you for your support. You know what's hard? What's hard to do is, you ever seen an old lady cross the street like on cartoons? Old lady waiting for the light to change so she can cross the street and she on a walker. Won't you feel bad if you don't go help her? If this old lady is just trying to get across the street, you know good and well she's not going to make it in time with as fast as she's walking. She's not going to make it in time to get to the other side before that light change. What do? If you're a good Samaritan, if you're a good humanitarian, what is you going to do? You're going to run out there and help her, hold traffic, like give it a second, let me help her cross the street. If you're a real human being, you're going to stop everything you're doing to help that old lady cross the street. I know it's a cliche, but it actually happens a lot in real life. That's kind of how we all should be about everything right now. It's people out here that need help and they're not going to make it. We see it. You see the people in your family right now that don't believe nothing you saying about prepping. First thing you think is, you better pray don't nothing happen. How many people said this to your family members? You better pray don't nothing happen because y'all don't think this is real. They think we're crazy. You better pray. Ain't nothing gonna happen. You better pray it don't, because if it do, you're finished. I hope all of y'all is right, and I hope I am the crazy one. I will gladly be the crazy uncle of the family. I will gladly be, because I hope y'all is right too. I pray that don't nothing happen. But if it do, I'm good whether it do and I'm good whether it don't. Y'all, on the other hand, that's y'all ass. With that being said, that feeling is always looming over my spirit, just kind of like, man, we in so much trouble, man. We in so much trouble, and it don't take nothing to distract us. We like freaking squirrels, man. We're like squirrels out here. A nut, another nut, a leaf, a nut, a butterfly, a nut, another squirrel. We're so off focus with what we need to be paying attention to. Some of these squirrels die because they done buried 2,000 nuts over the summertime, but they ain't put none in their nest. They spend the whole winter trying to look for nuts till they be dead. All right. With that being said, y'all, everybody have a wonderful night. Please prep and pray. Okay? Please get yourselves together, and I'm talking about right now, because we got a couple of months. Us Southerners still got a couple of months of horrible weather coming. Northerners, y'all really better tighten y'all game up. And stop giving them folks so much of your damn attention. No matter who right or who wrong in that situation, it ain't gonna take or put no money in your pocket whatsoever. Every time we click on them, they get richer. All of them. No matter whose side you on, no matter who you believe, they all get richer for discord. While our broke asses is still sitting here watching them. Broke. The time it took that 3 hours of each and every one of us to watch that bullshit, we could have been out there and sowed some seeds, planted some seeds in the house, figured out that generator you got in the garage still in the box. That's it. Everybody have a wonderful night. Lev Palmer 73. I love y'all. Please be safe out there. If y'all need any of the equipment that I was telling y'all about today, it's in the description box below. All of the propane tanks and the heater. And if you want to know the recipe of the vinegar, I got vinegar videos in my playlist. And it's simple. It's even simpler than the ones on my playlist. Literally, put some freaking apples or some pears in a jar, cover it up, add a little bit of vinegar that's already activated. It's out of here. Give it about a month or two, and it's gonna be that thing. Everybody, live Farmer 73. I love you. Take care of yourself, and I'm out. Peace.